Hello guys, so today we will be taking a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. This is episode 3 of my series, so let's get into it. The first thing we're going to be seeing is the creation of a couple more major cities, so capitals. So this cyan country here is actually going to create their own major city. The green country is going to get their major city. And the little purple country over here is gonna get their first major city. So these will then also become their capitals. So yeah. So now every single country, except for the Trinidad country, they don't have a capital, have capitals. But we will also be seeing another major city. Because right here, on the other side of the lake, their second major city has just been created. So now the red team has two major cities, and yeah, that's the first country to have two major cities. But they're not the only one to have two, because the blue country has now also gotten their second major city, and this one is actually in Trinidad and Tobago, or in just the island of Trinidad. So yeah, the blue and the red country now both have two major cities. So we're gonna see the red team explore some more of these northern lands. They explore right around the coast, and yeah, because they got their explorers back from prison in the Orange Country because they don't exist anymore, they can actually start exploring a lot again. So they keep exploring right here around territory, and they also discovered this island here that has been, or yeah, I don't know really island, but it has been there for a while. And they just keep exploring. So they continue following the coastline, and they eventually find Panama. So yeah, they have successfully made it to Central America. So yeah, that's pretty monumental because it's the first nation here. So some people that moved over here from the red team are actually gonna form their very own nation right over here. So this new nation will start right here and will just take most of this land that's here. They don't really have a goal, they just want to have a sustainable nation. And yeah, this is around, yeah, this is all that they're gonna explore. So now we're gonna see the red team take some more land. So we are gonna see the red team taking these borders. So yeah, they're pretty big right now. So yeah, the next thing we will actually be looking at is the disputed territory. So we know that this port here is where the first boat was built, but actually the people in charge of the orange team fled to this area because they know the people wouldn't get along and decide who is actually gonna take this land. So we actually see them using the boats going up here, sailing up, and then the boats kind of like go sideways because it wasn't really built for long travel, and they just get carried by the wind and they eventually make it here into Puerto Rico. So we see them explore the whole island, and they claim the whole island. So yeah, these people don't know that the orange team still exists, but they're up here now. So the people here are like gonna be, so what do we do now? So they are going to be creating their own major city, and this will then also become their capital. So yeah, a lot of people fled to here, like all of the government of the orange country is now right up here. So actually we're gonna be starting a new layer. So I'm actually gonna be creating a new layer called the ocean layer. So yeah, these are actually gonna be the ocean claims, so the water where the navy actually is. So this here is the orange team's navy. So they control all around the Puerto Rico area. Now let's look at other people's navies. So the red team's navy is gonna look something like this. So they actually have the whole little lake area, and then around their island, they actually also control the navy around the purple country. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And their navy expands pretty far out. Like they have a really good navy. So yeah, this is all the naval land they control. So yeah, this is a lot of naval land. Now let's look at the blue team's naval land. So the blue team is actually gonna be owning a lot of water. So they actually own all of the land around the coast of the purple country. Because they don't have a navy yet, they will get their coastal access when they get their own navy. And they're actually gonna be controlling all of the sea around Trinidad and also Tobago, and the naval land around the green country because they don't have a navy yet. So yeah, this is basically what the blue countries got, and there's two more countries with navies. So what will the Yucatan country control? So the Yucatan country's navy is gonna look something like this. So it controls a lot of land around the Yucatan Peninsula, around their capital areas. And yes, I did change the color of the capital. I like it more this lighter color. So yeah, they own the waters around them and this island, and they're actually also making it close to Cuba. So yeah, this is their waters. And now El Salvador's waters. So El Salvador will be claiming a lot of ocean territory, even by some land they haven't discovered yet. They also have some naval vessels really outside of their naval area. We don't really know what they're doing. So yeah, their navy is like around this, and now in Belize, their navy is doing something like this. So yeah, this is all the naval areas they control. So yeah, these are all the navies. So the orange country has a navy, the the red team has a navy, the blue team has a navy, El Salvador has a navy, and the Yucatan country has a navy. The next thing that will actually be happening is the Yucatan sending out his navy towards Cuba, and they basically surround it with their navy. So they eventually discover Cuba. It's pretty monumental because it's the first or one of the first Caribbean countries discovered. So yeah, they're also gonna just continue trying to find some more land. Maybe there's a giant continent here that they don't know of. But they don't really find anything, so they stop exploring to refuel back in the Yucatan country. But when they come back, they will actually claim some land. So they will claim some land right here in the east of Cuba. And they actually will be creating a very own country right over here that's gonna have good relations with them. So let's see that country. So here will be the creation of the pink country. So yeah, these guys are pretty big and they're actually gonna explore some on their own because the Yucatan country just left. So the Yucatan country just wants just wants the tail of Cuba. They don't really care about anything else. So they left some explorers in the Pink Country that will explore some of this land for them. And eventually, the entirety of Cuba has been discovered. They see some traces of life right over here in the tip, here, right here. So they're gonna try and move towards there. They are claiming a lot of land, but the orange country gave them a lot. The yellow country gave them a lot of supplies, so they can actually do this. And they actually eventually find this land right over here. But the problem with this is, it looks like this is a colony because there are ships set up right over here. So they trace where the ships came from, and they came somewhere from above. They came from right here. So they're like, what does this country actually look like? So they ask the the Yucatan to go up there and explore. So that's what the Yucatan will do. They will send their navy forces outwards, going right up north, discovering these islands, and there's also people living here. So they're like, okay, that's weird. They eventually arrive over here. So let's see how big this country, the nations that they found. So this is actually not one nation, but two nations that are pretty big and populated. Like this one, the magenta violet one. Um, they actually have one, two, three major cities, and the Florida country has four major cities. So yeah, these nations are pretty big and powerful. But this isn't the only thing they have. So these guys will actually have an alliance. So this is the first alliance. So yeah, this is the Circle Alliance. So we will actually see the creation of the first trade route. So this is gonna go from the capital of the red country, and this will link up with the capital of the pink country. And we will see another part being built right here in the blue country that will stretch all the way up to the green country and then try and reach the capital of the cyan country. But the red team isn't really focusing right now on connecting these two trade routes. They just want most of their territory to be covered by it. So they link it up to their major city, and they just make it go up because they actually know the green team exists. So they're working on getting it to the green team. So yeah, the blue team will actually be expanding their side of the trade routes, also not to the cyan country, but they will expand it down, reaching more areas in their country, and they will expand to the pink country because they really like the pink country, and the green country is pretty offended by this because they also like the blue team, but the blue team doesn't really like them. So yeah, the blue team and the purple country have good relations, and the green country wants to have good relations with the blue country, but the blue country doesn't want to. So the green country just finishes themselves, so they make it up to the sign to the like teal country. So these guys are now gonna have good relations, and they work up to eventually connect trade routes. So now we have one big trade route running from the edge of the red team towards the purple country. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode.